Welcome back to JB Reviews. This is my first time reviewing a Ford Expedition on the channel, and I got the best of the best. This is a Platinum, which is the top of the line. This is almost a $100,000 SUV. Special shout out to Larry H. Miller here in Salt Lake City. It's the Super Ford store. They have this available for sale. Be sure to check out the inventory. They have like I think 6 or 7 new ones out there. So if you are looking for an Expedition, be sure to check there first. Let's talk about the window sticker and some of the features on this setup. This is the window sticker for the Ford Expedition we're going to be reviewing today. And be sure to check out the spec and the colors. And starting off is the standard equipment. Be sure to pause to see more. And then here's the options. This does have the 600A equipment group. And then here are all the options for this Platinum. Up top shows your destination at $1,895 with a total price of $91,795. And be sure to take note of the Philly comment numbers right here. So check out the front end of this Expedition. Full LED headlights and fog lights, tow hooks, parking sensors. You have a frontal camera too, so this is going to have 360. And I like that there's not a lot of bright chrome on the front end. This is like a bright polish. And reflective style for the headlights. Fog lights, as I mentioned, are LED too, and they have like a projector style. And then check out your parking sensors. Tow hooks are like a chrome look. And this does have the active grille shutters too. It's gonna be good for aerodynamics. And on the hood, you have some nice styling cues too. And then off to the side, I love the wheels, 22-inch wheels, and they are wrapped in a General Grabber tire, which is pretty interesting. We will do some drive videos at some point, so be sure to stay tuned for that. You have a coil suspension independent. And then here's the camera off to the side. They make it pretty obvious that it has a camera. And you guys can see the puddle lights and some of the lights for the mirrors. Polished aluminum for the mirror caps. Really nice attention to detail there too. And if you unlock the doors from either the front or the back, it does drop the power deployable running board. And here's the tire size too, 285, 45, 22. And as far as some of the capacity goes, it's going to be 2,601 pounds at 51 PSI, which is the max PSI for this tire. Roof rails are like in that polished look too, so there's not a lot of bright chrome like this on this SUV, which is a good thing. Now they do give you like a blackout look on the tail lights. They spill out Expedition. And let's see what you have out back. So one thing I like about the Chevys is that they hide this, and it really does clean up the back personally. Down below here, you have a button to pop this glass, and that is something that I really like, so you don't have to open up the entire tailgate. And you have a power lift gate, and then check out how much storage you have too. A little bit of storage down below this floor, and the jack's hidden right there. And here's some of the seating controls. You have some USBs, 12-volt plug right there, and just one USB on this side, but no 12-volt. And to put the tailgate back down, buttons right here. I like how they hide the hitch. And overall, I think I like the side profile in the back. The front of it, it's still gonna have to grow on me. I'm not a huge fan of the front end of this thing. But let's talk about what's under the hood of this Ford Expedition. Now, as far as this turbocharged V6 goes, it's gonna have 380 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque. That is big numbers. And one thing I like about this engine is how versatile it is. So because it's a V6, if you're just cruising on the highway, you're gonna get the best fuel economy possible because you're not lugging along 2 more cylinders. Now, apart from that, if you need acceleration, it's turbocharged. So if you need to get over, if you need to pass someone, this is gonna have the power to do that. Made it to a 10-speed transmission, and this had the 373 rear because it has a tow package on it. Now, despite what you think about the Ford Expedition on the outside, the Ford wins on the interior 100%. I love how big the door is on this too. And let's check out your armrest here, the handle to open doors right there. Love this stitched leather with the white stitching above. There's so much leather on this interior. Now it's gonna be hard plastics down below, B&O sound system, and here's some of the seat controls. Power steering column, which you would expect at this price point too. And here's some of your lighting controls, electronic parking brake, and you can adjust the pedals down below too. Now as far as the dash goes too, some stitchings up there, but noticeably there's a lot of hard plastic up here. But they do have a little bit of leather, but most of it's going to be hard plastic. Now let's go ahead and start this thing up. Push button starts right there. Now here's some of your controls for your windows. You can power fold the mirrors on both sides. And let's kind of go through this screen real quickly. So one thing I've always mentioned is digital gauge clusters are really nice because you can see a lot of information at your fingertips. So you can see your trip 1 and 2, auto stop start, driver assistance, and then it shows you like an instant fuel economy right here. And then it goes up to the top again. Now I do like this beast over here. This is a 15.5-inch screen. It's vertical, looks absolutely cool in this interior. I like that they did it this way. Now it's not as functional as horizontal, but it does save you some space when you want a big screen in this stack here. Now you do have that Pro Trailer Backup Assist on the side with that trailer brake. And check out this wood trim piece. It feels really nice to the touch. You can kind of feel the grain in the wood there. You have that locker out back because it's electronic limited slip differential. And this is how you put it in reverse. You can see some of those camera views too. That's one thing I like about this system is it's really versatile on how you want to do things. If you want to see other camera views, here you go. Yeah, really nice system. And if you need to charge your phone and you forgot your cord at the house, it does have a wireless charger, but it does have that Type A and Type C USB. Cup holders are right there. Now I would like for them to put like a spot here. If you don't want to charge your phone, you can just let it sit up there. And then you have deep storage down below. Downhill assist, and this is going to be for some parking functions here. And I will admit, if this is your first time getting into a Ford, this system's a little bit more harder to learn on the fly. So that's something I like about GM products, is they're a little bit easier to jump in and learn. And I would like for Ford to kind of take some notes from them with that. But here's a little bit more buttons down below the screen. And above, you guys can see you have some controls for your huge panoramic sunroof. Place here for some sunshades. If you plan on parking this in the garage, you have Home Link for that. And here are the vanities. And then check out that huge sunroof too. It's big. So here's the door card on the passenger side. B&O sound system. I don't know if I mentioned 22 speakers are in this SUV, which is insane. Storage above. And here's the glove box. This is all finished in hard plastic down below. Out back, surprisingly, they don't put any shades. Even though I know the glass is tinted, some people like to have those shades out back for their kids. These seats are pretty big. Let's go ahead and close the door. Really nice sound to it. Large grab handles in the first and second row. And plenty of power plugs too. Now here's a note. Kids are always going to break this stuff. I always rather them just leave it exposed as opposed to putting these covers on, because they always wind up getting broken. And most manufacturers put these in there, so just something to consider. Heated seats, single zone climate out back, and of course you see those cup holders there. And let's see if I can climb back in this third row seat. I gotta admit, it's a little tight back here, but you can scoot these seats up if you like. They are power back here, which is a really nice function. They're power for third row. That's a little bougie, isn't it? And I like how high the floor sits too, so you do feel a little bit more comfortable out back. But it's definitely a little bit tight, so you would have to scoot these chairs up a little bit if you're an adult. Now, if you do plan on towing a trailer, these numbers are going to be important to you. So front gross axle weight rating is going to be 3375. The rear is 4420, with the GVWR, which is gross vehicle weight rating, being 7450, which gives us a payload of 1,550 pounds. That's pretty big for an SUV. But I hope you guys liked the video. Special shout out again to Larry H. Miller, Super Ford here in Salt Lake City. If you are in the market, be sure to check out their inventory. Let them know you saw the video. See you guys soon.